Welcome back to KMOT First News at 6. I'm John Jacklin. Minot State Athletics joined the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference in 2012 when the Beavers transitioned from NAIA to NCAA Division II. On Tuesday night, MSU had its first former student athlete inducted into the NSIC Hall of Fame, women's basketball's Carly Bogue. Bogue is one of 6 former student athletes inducted into the conference's Hall of Fame during last night's NSIC Summer Kickoff event in Minneapolis. Bogue played for the Beavers from 2010 to 2014 and holds the records for career points, rebounds, and steals. The Tamworth, Australian native is a 2-time conference scoring champion, 2-time first-team NSIC selection, and the 2013-14 Conference Player of the Year. She currently plays professionally in Australia for the Mandurah Magic in the country's premier women's basketball league. Bogue also played professionally in France and Finland following her graduation from Minot State. And it's a big night at Corbett Field for Northwoods League softball as it's Taylor Swift night for the Honeybees doubleheader against the Lacrosse Steam. The Bees still searching for their first win against the Steam. Maybe they can shake it off some of those losses. First pitch in the first game just got underway about 10 minutes ago, and the second game is scheduled to begin at 8:05. We will have the highlights and scores for you at 10. That's all we have in sports. We'll be right back.